quick fouls and get him out of the game. He hasn't scored a whole lot, but he is just a presence in there, and he's a big body playing defense on Jermaine.
All right, we're going to take another commercial break. I'll see if I can pull up some halftime stats for you and see if I was told it was online and up and running, so we'll see if I can find them. So don't go anywhere. You're listening to Lincoln Rather Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM. Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic Center halftime show. Dave Renfrow, Scott Kirby here as the Railers have a 2-point advantage at halftime. Some of the stats we can go over here for the Railers. Hamlin with 8 points, 8 rebounds. Broby with 11 points. Ewald with 3 for the Rocks. Leading the way for the Rocks, number 3, Price. He's got 7 points. Rice has 2. Boss has 2. The Railers shooting almost 53% from the field. And the Rocks just about 31%. Three-pointers, Lincoln shooting 28.5%, 2 for 7. And the Rocks are 2 for 9 at 22%. Rebounding, Rocks 14 with 7 offensive, 7 defensive, with the Railers with 11 rebounds, 1 offensive, and 10 defensive rebounds.
So what we said, Railers are going to have to limit them on second chance points. I don't know how many of those 7 offensive rebounds they have converted, but the first time down the floor they had 2 offensive rebounds, didn't convert, and a couple of other times they've had second chances and didn't. So it's a good thing. And then Jermaine with 8 rebounds, and probably all of those are on the defensive end. But their Rock Island shooting percentage is much worse. They're getting a lot more shots off, and that's because they're getting second chances at it. And good rebounding teams, that's what they do. Good shooting teams, it'll hurt you. So far it hasn't, because they haven't been able to put the ball in the basket so far.
All right, let's take another action, so don't go anywhere. This is Lincoln Rather Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM. Scott Kirby, Dave Renfrow with you as second half is just about underway. Another update for you. We had some Lincoln wrestling going on today at the regional. Congratulations to Austin O'Donohue, who placed second at 132 pounds at a tough Washington regional. Austin will advance to the sectional next weekend in Gymnasium. Congratulations to the entire wrestling team as well. As to open up the second half, a three from Rice was no good. Railers with the rebound, up by 2.
Good job of getting the
Hamlin
board that
spins
time.
left off the backboard, up and good. Count the bucket. He'll go to the line for the and one.
And just what I said, they went right to Jermaine, and that is the third foul on Gustafson. They got it to him quick, and
So that means he needs to go to the bench, right?
I think so.
I do too.
That way Jermaine will have, no one to stall, and you won't have to worry about saying his name.
And just like that, right on cue. Who checks out?
Solomon Gustafson.
And who checks in? That is Tareen Hold'em, as the Railers were up by 5. Rice in the corner with it. Now he'll dribble back out. He'll Randall to Hold'em. He'll dribble in. Nothing there. Kicks it underneath the Price. Froby gets him out of there. No! Now they're going to get a foul called. I thought they could have called him on the foul before that.
Right.
That there looked clean.
Cameron Whiteman's going to pick up the foul, and he stuffed him all ball from behind.
So Price will go to the line. He'll shoot 2. Railers up by 5. 7:19 to go in the third. Price will be attending Bradley University next year in the Missouri Valley as he makes his first free throw.
All right, let's see if I can jinx them. They've only shot 3 free throws so far, but they've made them all.
Well, let's
So
hope
see
it
if that
did.
works.
It did not work, but nice try. He makes his second free throw, 25-22. Raiders with the lead and the basketball. Roby to Singleton. He'll get it across the timeline. Whiteman up top over to Froby. Get it down low to Hamlin, which has been the go-to guy. Kick it back out, swing it. Nothing there. Singleton spins. He's cut off by Rice. And now a little hand check on Rice. He'll pick up his first foul, team's second foul.
3 team fouls the whole first half. They've got 2 in the first minute and 8 seconds so far.
Hamlin, who gives it to Whiteman. Whiteman dribbles left. Now he'll pull it back out. Froby down to Hamlin. Backs his way in, loses control. Jump ball. And it will be Railers basketball as Hamlin lost control of it. Brought it down, and they were able to tie him up.
Boy, Coach always said when you get the ball there, keep it up high so the little guy can't get it.
And the entry pass had a little something to do with it as well, but Railers maintain possession, up by 3. Froby over to Ewald, between his legs, nothing there. Now Singleton to Whiteman. Whiteman dribbles in, kicks it over to Froby. Froby dribbles baseline, kicks it to Ewald for a 3 in the corner. Got it. Will Ewald for a Chris Coynes State Farm 3-pointer. He's got 6. Raiders up by 6.
Good job of Froby driving the baseline, hitting Ewald for the open jumper.
Rock Island, 6:05 to go in the third period. That's got away with the travel there. Didn't call it. Rice gets it down low to Hold'em. Nothing there. Rebound to Hamlin, and he hands off to Singleton. Singleton walks it up, guarded by Rice. He'll dribble right. Watch that arm.
Right.
Like a nice little push off, no call. Now Hamlin. Hands off to Whiteman. To Ewald in the corner. Tried to get a 3 up. Cut off there by Hold'em. Now the Raiders will swing it. Froby dribbles, guarded by Price. Kicks it back out to Singleton. Over to Whiteman. Now down low to Hamlin, who's pushed out by Voss, but he's able to come back, finish strong off the backboard. Hamlin with 13, and Rock Island wants a timeout. Tom Siegel, right? Is that
Yep,
right?
Coach Siegel.
Coach Siegel. He wants a timeout. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll take one as well. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Lincoln Raider Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM. To 22, the Railers with their biggest lead of this evening, as we have 5:12 to go in the third.
The first 3 minutes just short of that here in the third quarter. Railers have outscored the Rocks 8-2 to build that lead from a 2-point halftime lead to an 8-point lead right now. And Coach Siegel needed a timeout.
I'd like to welcome back our viewers on YouTube. Had a little bit of technical difficulties, but our main man, Lloyd Kirby, he is on it. He's got it all figured out. Manning the camera, the Twitter, and the computer. He's just a jack of all trades. Rock Island with the basketball.
Good Railer defense.
Tucker, he's in the ball game. Now to Hold'em, to Rice. Rice dribbles left, now gets to the middle, pulls up for a jumper, off the backboard, no good. Boss tried to grab it, he does, saves it to Singleton, and Singleton looks to push. Guarded by Rice.
Holtman tried to throw it off a Railer. I think it was Froby, and he just moved, and that went right to Singleton.
Hamlin into the paint, up and off the front of the rim. Wouldn't go, but he'll be fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
Foul on Voss, his second. So let's just keep getting it to Jermaine and getting their guys in foul trouble.
Free throw is up and good for Hamlin, who leads all scorers with 14.
4 out of 6 free throws so far for Jermaine. Here he takes his 7th.
Rims in and out. Kind of been the story tonight. He'll make his first, miss his second as Price gets to the lane. Thought I heard a slap, no call. They'll kick it back out. Now he'll get it on the wing, guarded by Froby. Price getting frustrated. Now Rice in the corner.
He is.
Gets
I thought the same
to
thing.
Boss. No good. Rebound. Hamlin. Hamlin throws a little
I think Holtham got him.
push away, but Hold'em's going to foul Hamlin. And yeah, we talked about it. Price is getting a little frustrated, and that's got a lot to do with how Froby's guarding him.
He is playing him tough tonight.
He is the key player on the team. Division I basketball player, so whenever you have that title, you're going to have to play through it. Singleton gets to the lane, but it's going to be tapped out of bounds. It will remain Railer basketball underneath their own basket as Froby sets to inbound the basketball.
Number 32, Malachi Key, 6'5" junior into the ball game.
There's an alley-oop to Hamlin, who slams it home and just about brings the rim down to the floor. And Coach Siegel wants another timeout as this crowd has just erupted with a super slam from Hamlin. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here.
Nice out-of-bounds play, taken just to the right side of the basket. And they look one way. Jermaine comes around a pick. They lob it right up in front of the rim. And once it's right there, Jermaine knew what to do with it.
Jermaine Hamlin with his signature slam. Boy, he likes to abuse that rim.
He does.
There's no little lay it in. When he gets a hold of that rim, it comes down. I mean, it's, is it vertical or horizontal? It'd be vertical.
Yes.
So Hamlin with 16 points.
He leaves no doubt it's going through.
Right, Dave, and looking to extend this lead even more as Rock Island getting very frustrated on the offensive end and kind of forcing a lot of things as Hamlin fouls Key, it looked like a clean block up here, but they're going to say Hamlin got a little bit of the arm. Key will go to the line to shoot 2.
First foul on Jermaine, and like you said, he had his arm straight up. Key threw it right into it, but not how the referee saw it.
Key's first free throw's up and good. He's a 6'5 junior, 170-pound forward. Malachi Key. Second free throw off the rim, no good. Hamlin goes up and gets it, grabs it, hands to Whiteman. Whiteman tries to get to Singleton. Now he does. Got to get going here. Got to get going. Got to get going. They get it across to Froby on the wing. Now back to Singleton. Singleton, the sophomore, almost had a backdoor to Whiteman. Takes it up himself off the backboard, and the sophomore is able to finish strong. His first points of the evening has the Railers with a 12-point advantage. Rock Island with the basketball. 3 minutes to go in the third.
Price was playing him a little tougher on defense, but Singleton was able to get by him then. And
Price, little jump shot up and good as he was able to get to the paint. His 11th point. 10-point advantage for the Railers. They get it across. That's Whiteman to Froby. Froby all the way over to Ewald. Nothing there. Now they'll swing it back up top. And now around to Froby on the wing. Wing dribbles up. Voss is there. Gets the block. No foul. Now Rock Island in transition. Kick it out to Price. Price dribbles left. Pulls up with a jumper. No good, but he'll be fouled. He'll go to the line. Shooting 2. And who is the foul on? Looks like the foul will be on number
3. Singleton's first.
Singleton, his first, team third. 2:27 to go.
Price either has real quick feet or he traveled twice on that move to the bucket.
Yeah, you saw what I saw. His first initial move, I thought he got away with a pretty good travel there. No call.
And then once he got into the paint, he gave a head fake, and I looked like he moved it again. Elijah Andrews, 21, a 6'1 senior, in for the Rocks. They play quite a few kids. Pretty deep bench.
Price, second free throw. That's up and good. As he's got 12, the lead is down to 9. 2:25 to go in the third. Singleton gets it across. He's guarded there by Price. He'll dribble right. Little bump, no call. Now the Railers with a little bit of that signature 3-man weave up top, moving around, trying to get the defense to extend, looking for something backdoor. Now looking for maybe an alley-oop to Hamlin as he backs out in the corner.
Well, I don't think there's any way right here Holton can guard Singleton. So
it's like a little isolation for Singleton.
Right.
As he's guarded by Holton. Now he'll get it to Froby, who's guarded now all the way over to Whiteman. He's going to dribble up off the backboard, no good. Rebound to Voss. Voss to Price. Price looks to drive. He's cut off by Singleton. Now they'll swing it around. Voss.
Holton.
Okay, Holton.
24.
Yeah, Voss. Yeah, that is not Voss. But the listeners never would have known if you didn't say anything. There's a 3 for number 21. That's Andrews, who's getting his first action. He hits a big 3, and just like that, it's a 6-point lead for the Railers. They get it across. That's Singleton. They get it over to Ewald. Ewald pulls up for a 3. Got it. Pointer. And we'll drink to that.
His third 3-pointer tonight. Good ball movement and a good pass from Dylan Singleton.
The 3 on the way by Hold'em. Off the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Price. He spins left. Looks it up. Off the rim and gets it to fall as he gets his 14th point. 42 seconds to go in the third. There's a little bump by Price, no call. Froby has it. Now they're going to want a timeout as Froby just getting mauled over there. No foul, but Coach Al gets a timeout. It'll be a 30-second. We'll keep it here. Raiders up by 7. 36 seconds to go in the third.
Well, right there, Froby did a major no-no that Coach will tell you. He dribbled right across half court, stopped in the corner, and got trapped.
And you know, any good defense, that's what they want you to do, because you You've got, trap him right there. That's what Lincoln wants to do.
Exactly. That's what the Railers live and die for, is to trap you in a corner.
Railers up by 7, 36 seconds to go in the third. Once again, congratulations to the Crusaders, 7th grade basketball team, as they win today. A big victory over Washington, and they advance to the championship game, which is February 7th, Thursday night, over in up in East Peoria at the junior high. So good luck to them. I'm sure Coach Andy Fitzpatrick will have them ready to go.
Railers going to look for one shot. About 22 seconds to go on the clock right now.
Absolutely. Railers with solid basketball. Gets it back to Singleton with 10 on the clock. Ooh, Hamlin almost shuffled his feet. Now he'll pull up for a jumper off the rim. No good. Rebound. They'll kick it out to Rice. He gets a shot off, but it's going to be off the backboard and no good. And your score after 3 quarters, the Railers 38, the Rocks 31. We'll take a commercial break, but don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll have 4th quarter action. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
If I don't, you are? Yep. Go ahead. That's fine. Two.
Scott Kirby, Dave Renfrow, Lloyd Kirby here as the Railers enter the 4th quarter with a 7-point lead. Be Rock Island basketball to start the 4th as they get it down low to Hold'em. He spins around before the shot. He's going to be fouled by, I think they're going to get Singleton.
I think so.
Hacked at the ball, but got a little bit of the arm.
Yeah, that'll be Dylan's 2nd foul. A 16-11 3rd quarter for the Railers to extend a 2-point lead to 7.
They get it into Hold'em, and Hamlin's going to get him on the arm, and Hold'em's going to get 2 shots from the foul line, as that's only his 2nd foul, so Hamlin in good shape. All the Railers really in good shape. Singleton has 2, Whiteman has 2, Hamlin 2, doesn't have any.
I think Jermaine, he got him. It was a foul, but I think he was more upset because he thought that he was kind of held for Holtham to get position on him to get that ball on the inbounds pass.
Well, in the college game now, they'll review that. They call it a arm hook or something, hook and hold or whatever. They'll review that, and then if they're found guilty of it, it's a flagrant foul. And to me, that's just part of the game back in the day. Now they review everything. There goes Froby up. No good. They're going to say the foul before the shot. Railers 38. Rock Island 33. 7:25 to go in the ball game. Froby to inbound under his own basket. Rock Island wisened up that time, Dave. They didn't get the alley-oop.
Right.
But they might here as they're going to get Hamlin with the push-off.
No.
As he was fighting for position, they're going to call him with the foul.
And his ground.
There's not a single person in here besides a Rock Island fan that likes the call.
No, he was holding his position. He wasn't pushing off. And when the ball came to him, he released and went to the ball just like the big guy's supposed to. But that's not what the call was.
He picks up his 3rd real quick, and just like that, Hold'em back up top to Rice. Now they get her down low. Has spin around. No good. Hamlin goes up to get it, but they're going to get number 32, Key, with a foul. That's his first foul. Team six.
Team six.
For the Rock Island Rocks. And so with the last 6:45 of the game, both teams will be in bonus.
So it could be a long 6:45 here.
Especially with only a 5-point advantage for the Railers. You like to see them pull away here a little bit and get back to double digits.
I really like that 11-point lead a while ago.
Absolutely. A little
nice
crossover.
crossover.
The Division I guy just got schooled, but Singleton unable to finish as he just juked out Price. There's a three on the way. That's good. Rice with a three. 2-point lead for the Railers. So that was a 5-point swing right there, Dave.
Wow.
Singleton put a good move on Rice, just unable to finish.
Just couldn't get the layup at the end.
He was almost too wide open.
He was.
He was expecting a little three on the way from Whiteman, off the rim, no good. Rebound for the, had the rebound, but Price takes it away, and now he'll push it up to Holtman. He'll lay it up and good. Roby will foul him, and now the ball game is tied with 5:49 to go. So Hold'em, he'll go to the line. He'll look to get the lead back, which Lincoln's had the lead for maybe 4 minutes into the first quarter when they grabbed that lead somewhere around there.
Yeah, they hit the first bucket of the game, and I'm not sure they've had the lead since.
Hold'em misses his free throw. Railers and the Rocks all knotted up at 38. 5:30 to go in the ball game.
There's a lot of pushing and holding going on underneath. And Coach Al is letting him know that Jermaine is getting held.
The ref's looking right at it. So if they're going to let him play, let him play. If not, call it. But it's one of those, Hamlin can't get frustrated.
Right.
We can't afford him to pick up his fourth. Rails with the basketball, working it up top, trying to get Rock Island to extend their defense a little bit as Hamlin and Key are muscling against each other.
Wow, they're
going
to have to call something in there. Their arms are tied up, all kinds of.
Proby up to the rim. No,
that's got to be goaltending.
Count it as Key went up to block it, but it was already on the cylinder. Count the bucket. The Raiders back up by 2.
Proby's first bucket of the second half.
40-38, 4:53 to go in the ball game.
And Holtham and Key just sat down. They're the ones who helped bring this comeback, but now Gustafson and Voss are back in the lineup.
Dang it. Raiders up by 2. Rice to Tucker. Ooh.
He bypassed it to
Tucker picked up his dribble. Rice was going to the left, and Tucker just about threw it away.
He was looking at the coach for what to do, and Tucker about threw it at him.
Tucker, they get it down low to Gustafson. Tapped away.
And that's
now
a fourth foul.
Get a foul on our man Solomon. I'm going to say Solomon.
There you go. That is his fourth. He was back in the game about 15 seconds.
Hamlin's going to go to the free throw line. And you know they say you can win and lose ball games at the free throw line. I think we're about to find that out.
That's true.
Rattles in and out. Misses by 2. 4:15 to go in the ball game. Rice over to Andrews. Now to Voss. Back to Andrews. He'll kick it over to Rice. Price is set to check back into the ball game. He got a little breather. That's Andrews. They dish it back into Tucker. He's blocked there by Hamlin. Ewald comes out of it with it. He looks to drive. It's going to be tapped off. It's going to be hit off of, let's say, Ewald's leg, and I think they got the right call.
They did.
As Ewald was looking to go to the rim. And they snuck up behind him, hit the ball, kicked off of his knee, out of bounds. Rock Island ball, but the Raiders still up by 2. 3:51 to go in the game.
Price was set to check in a while ago when Jermaine was shooting free throws, so when he missed that free throw, it did keep Price on the bench for another minute. Would have been nice if we could have picked up 4 or 6 points while he was on the bench.
Absolutely. 40-38. Don't go anywhere. This game is coming down to the wire. Rice, nothing there. Cut off by Ewald. Good defense by the Railers. Now Price will walk it back out. They'll reset. Over to Andrews. Back to Price. Got to keep an eye on him. He'll drive. They try to get it down to Key.
Tried a little lob to Key, and it didn't work and out of bounds. Key, 6'5", he's got the height, but he's only 170, but he likes to mix it up in there.
He's very athletic. He can jump. Roby, he'll get it across as he's guarded by Price. Now hands off to Whiteman. Now to Singleton. 3 minutes to go in the game. Railers up by 2 with the basketball. Roby dribbles left. Now try to get it down to Hamlin. Key is going to have him held, so Hamlin back to the free throw line as the Raiders are in bonus.
Malachi Key's second foul, and 8 on the team.
Thinking maybe the referees during the break got together and maybe watching a little bit of that down there now, because that where it was called. Hamlin makes his first free throw. Because we're at the point in the game now, Dave, where the referees have to get control of the game, or it's going to get pretty hectic out there.
And real ugly, real quick.
Jermaine nails both free throws. He's got 18. Railers up by 4. 2:50 on the clock. Rice to Andrews. Back to Rice. He'll dribble back up top. Over to Price. Now to Rice. Over to Andrews. Price dribbles left. Now dribbles around. Kicks it out to Andrews for a 3. Got it. Andrews with his second 3 of the night. He's got 6. Railers up by 1, 2:25 to go. I don't think we saw Andrews first half at all, did we?
No.
He's come in second half and hit 2 big threes. Railers up by 1 with the basketball. 2:10 to go in the ball game. Singleton dribbles left. He's going to go up. Blocked by Key. As you would like to see, maybe Hamlin trailed out a little bit to give Singleton a little bit of an outlet. He was able to step over with the block, and now they could take the lead on this possession. There goes Price. He's double teamed. Now kick it out. He'll swing it. Rice to the left. Now to Price in the corner. He throws up a 3. Got it. Rock Island up by 2. 1:38 to go as the Rocks call a timeout, and the Railers down by 2 with 1:38 to go. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Rock Island on a little bit of a run there.
Yes. 38-31 at the end of the quarter, and they have outscored us 13-4. Big swing. Excuse me, 13-4. Minute 38 to play.
38. Boy, it's been a good game. Railers able to extend, I think, maybe a 12-point lead early on, and Rock Island just stuck with it, picked up the pressure and picked up the defense, and able to work their way back and take a 2-point lead with a minute 38 to go in this ball game.
Well, let's see what the Railers do this time down. They need a bucket.
Railers with the basketball, 1:30 to go in the ball game. We are down by 2. Roby up and good. And when you need a bucket, who do you go to? You go to Froby. He's done it all year long. Gets to the basket, and he had a wide open lane right there, and that ties it up at 44. Just over a minute to go. Looks to me like Rock Island wants to run the time off of this clock.
Looks like they're going to want to just take the air out of it for a minute here and work it down for a last shot. They'll either take a win or
go to overtime.
That nasty word, overtime.
Dreaded overtime. Paula is biting her lip right now, and it's tipped off of Rock Island as Singleton reaches in, and off of Rice's foot, it will be Railer basketball. 48 seconds to go, and it backfired on him.
Yes, it did.
Railers with the basketball, 48 seconds, all tied up. Kind of a familiar position that they were in last night, Dave, but we had the lead. So all tied up now. See what the Railers look to do here. Obviously, you want to try to hold for the last shot. You don't want to give Rock Island any time or an opportunity for the win or even to tie it back up if the Railers are able to score. So we'll see what they do and coach off something up.
Might even do something with about 15 or so left.
He's right in the refs here. He's probably going to get a timeout about 12 seconds here.
Well, they know what they want.
No, all right. Tells you what I know.
Oh, there he took it.
All right, we got 8 seconds on the clock.
Full timeout.
Yeah. We figured he would call something just to get something set up, but now you got to inbound the ball. And that could be tough if they extend their defense on you. Maybe a turnover and an easy layup. So
right, and it's going to be on the side just about right in front of Coach Al. So, you know, odds are they're going to make you throw it into the backcourt. You've only got 8 seconds, so you've got to get it down the floor then.
Oh, in the basketball game.
See, JV girls won last night on a half quarter at the buzzer.
Yeah, against Galesburg.
Yes.
Yep, they sure did.
So we're used to a buzzer beater 2 nights in a row here. That'll work.
So what do you think? What are they looking for? Something into Hamlin, get that sure thing. And if they do get into it, they're going to foul him. You know, you would think, because if you get anything to the lane, Key's going to be there. And, you know, he can go up and block it. So either something in the paint for Hamlin or a three-pointer from Ewald, I guess.
Yeah, maybe inbounds to Froby and let him try and drive.
Well, we got all kinds of options. Let's see what they drew up.
See if any of us are as good as Tony Romo on deciding what's going to be called here.
I can answer for myself, and that is no. Whiteman to inbound. Railers, Rock Island tied up at 44. 8 seconds to go. Whiteman gets it into Froby. Now back to Whiteman. 5. Now Singleton up top. 4, 3. Singleton up. He's going to be fouled with 1.3 seconds, and the sophomore will go to the line. Now, was it on the shot, or are we in bonus? Bonus, 1-on-1.
Bonus. Will they take a timeout? Will they try and ice him? Foul was on Voss, his third.
A lot of pressure on the sophomore, Singleton. He's got
one bucket.
1.3 seconds to go, and Rock Island's going to try to ice him. Good luck icing the sophomore because he's a competitor. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll just go ahead and take one as well so I can get a drink of water here because I'm about to lose my voice. So don't go anywhere. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball, WLCN 96.3 FM. Scott Kirby, Dave Renfrow, Lloyd Kirby, as we got a good one here tonight, folks. 44 to 44, 1.3 on the clock. Dylan Singleton, the sophomore, at the line for one and the bonus.
He's got 2 points tonight. His first free throw, actually the first Railer other than Hamlin to attempt a free throw tonight.
First free throw's up and oh, good! And we are going to overtime. No!
Wow.
I don't think it went anyway. I think it hit the net.
I think it went in, but they're saying no good. Malachi Key, about a 75-footer, but it was...
Wow. That was one of those, I was deceived a couple weeks ago where I thought it went in. It hit the bottom of the net. This, on the other hand, went in, but time expired, so we're going to overtime. Let's take a commercial break. We come back. We'll have overtime action. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball, WLCN 96.3. Bonus play as the Railers and the Rocks are all knotted up in overtime. 4 minutes on the clock. Hamlin to jump and Keys, and Rock Island controls the tip. And we'll have this possession to open up the overtime. Now we've seen in the past, overtime, they'll run the clock all the way out. They'll just take the air out of it. And
no matter what it is, whether it's high school, college, whatever, it seems like overtime, it's either 4-2 during the overtime or it's 16-14. There's no in between usually. Overtimes are no scoring or both teams light it up.
Rice to Price. He'll dribble in, nothing there. Kick it out, that's Hold'em. He's cut off, now trapped. They'll get it back up top to Price. 45 seconds have gone away. Now Hold'em all the way over to Rice. Now Phil pass over to Price. Time. Rice dribbles back left over to Price. Price tries to get to the lane. Now he'll kick out. That's Hold'em for a three. No good. Rebound off of Froby, but into Singleton's hands. Railers with the basketball. Game tied. 2:45 to go in this overtime.
Good job by all the Railers crashing the board, so when it went off Froby's hand, it went right to Singleton, who was in the right place at the right time.
Let's see what they draw up here. Ewald to Whiteman. Looks like Hamlin's trying to sneak on that baseline, but nothing there as Hold'em's cut it off. Now the Railers moving the ball around up top, being patient. Slowing it down. Trying to control the pace a little bit as we are halfway through the overtime. All tied up all the way over to Ewald. Nothing there. He's guarded by Price. Now tapped out of there, but Hamlin grabs it to Singleton. Singleton spins, gets it out of there. Now to Froby. Froby, one of the better ball handlers on the floor. Now to Whiteman.
And free throw shooters too if they foul him.
To Hamlin. Gets it back to Froby. 1:35 to go. It's hard to control the ball this long, Dave.
It is.
And you just wait, and Price is really picking up that pressure up top, and maybe get him extended and get something to the rim here with Froby or even Singleton.
Right.
There goes Froby, nothing there, spin out, get it to Hamlin. You don't want him up there. Now Whiteman.
Well, but he can go up there and his defender's not going to follow him, so he's a good release valve.
Absolutely. Froby, we have 1 minute to go in the overtime. Froby guarded by Price, now to Ewald. Ewald dribbles in, he's going to go up, fouled, and
can't get it to
rattles
fall.
off the rim. It will not fall, but Ewald will go to the line to shoot two with 55 seconds to go in the overtime. Good move by Ewald, able to get to the rim, just unable to finish, but he was fouled pretty hard. Two crucial free throws right here. Money.
I was writing down on my paper, drawing the circles for the free throws, and didn't even have to look up. Just heard the crowd, knew he made it. Second foul on Key. 10 team fouls now on them, so we are in the double bonus for the last 55 seconds.
Got it. Timeout called. It's a full timeout. We'll take one as well. 55 seconds to go in overtime. It's the Railers 46, the Rocks 44. You are listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM. Welcome back to Coach Neil Alexander Court in Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium on the campus of Lincoln Community High School, as the Railers have a 2-point lead with 55 seconds to go.
You talked about free throws, winning or losing ball games. We are 8 for 13 after Will Ewald made those two. Rock Island 7 out of 9.
It will be Rock Island basketball coming out of the timeout. Down by 2. You got to keep an eye on 21. He's got 2 big threes the second half.
Again, after not playing the first half.
Yeah. And right now, you know, obviously you can settle on a 2. You don't want to give up a 3 for them to take a 1-point lead. As you would think, they're going to want to get something to the rim early in case they miss, they can foul. But they're going to want a timeout. It will be I
think all they got.
It's a full. They got a full, so we'll take a full. Raiders up by 2, 32 seconds to go in overtime. Don't go anywhere. It's a good one. You're listening to Lincoln Raider Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM. Welcome back to Roy S. Anderson. Scott Kirby, Dave Renfrow, Lloyd Kirby. Got to give a kudos out to Lloyd Kirby. He takes care of all the YouTube filming and all the graphics that you see on there. Well, he does that at home on his own time because he has a lot of time, I'll tell you that. He's got a lot of spare time, Dave.
He set up all this too before you got here.
You've known him a long time.
I've known Lloyd since high school.
And he's got a lot of time on his hands as the Rocks get it in. 28 seconds on the clock, down by 2.
And that's going to be a moving pick.
Yeah, they do. They get a moving pick on the Rocks.
They got an illegal screen on number 11.
We've seen a lot of that this year in high school and college as well, where, you know, they're trying to make that pick for the guard to squeeze by, but they're not set, and it's something that they've been focusing on this year. And right there they get it. And that's a huge foul as the Railers look to inbound with 24 seconds to go, up by 2. Now we got to get the ball in, and you got to look for Rock Island to foul. And we want to get it to Philby if possible. He's our best free throw shooter.
They're going to look for a steal first.
That's a travel. Oh boy.
Oh, Neil
Rock Island with a timeout. But you're diving on the floor for the basketball. Shouldn't that be a travel?
Well, the official rule of it is if you are going for the ball, you can slide with it. You can't turn and roll over.
Okay. Well, I guess they were wanting to say he's out of bounds too, but
I thought he was out of bounds when he tipped it way back in front of the scorer's table.
Not even too sure he had possession of it when they called timeout.
And I think that might be what Coach Al was upset about too. Now, the thing is, they were down to 1 timeout. They got an extra one in overtime. They're out now. So, well, it looks like the Railers aren't going to pressure the ball inbounds, but they are out of timeout. So no matter what happens.
Well, the Railers were in the same position last night in Mattoon. Up by 1. Mattoon had the basketball, we didn't have Jermaine out there. So they're familiar with this. They just did it last night. It's obviously a little different team in Rock Island and Mattoon, but Lincoln's Railers defense doesn't change. And during the timeout, I'm sure Coach Alexander told them what to look for and how to defend it. And man, this has turned out to be a good one.
Well, what my high school coach always told me too is that if they get the ball inside and they shoot it, make sure they don't make it.
Don't make it. Yeah, absolutely. You do not want to foul them, it go in, and they win it from the line.
Exactly.
With an old-fashioned three-point play.
15 seconds to
Here
go.
we go. We're coming down to 12, 10. Oh, they do. They almost throw it away. They get it. That's Price with it with 6 seconds.
Oh.
Now Key, he loses it. It's on the ground, out of bounds.
Lincoln ball.
Lincoln ball with 1.1 to go. All they got to do is get it in, and this game is over.
Coach Al calls timeout. Coach Alexander.
Coach Al's going to call a 30-second timeout just to settle his kids down.
Now,
get an inbound play. The most important thing is get it in, but I would want to get it in
the other end
our
of the floor.
basket, nothing this way.
Exactly. And what I might try and do, bring Jermaine down here and throw it up to him.
Absolutely.
They're not going to be able to take it away from him. Have him go up like he's going up after one of those monster dunks.
And if he can't get it, just tip it
tip
that
it.
way.
Tip it out of the way.
Once the ball's touched, the clock will start, and the Railers will come away with their 19th victory of the season. But first things first, we've seen crazier things happen. We saw it last night with 1.5.
Right.
They get Singleton with a charge, and just like that, it was Mattoon's ball. So maybe that's what they were explaining over there. Don't get caught in the same situation.
Right.
We do have 2 timeouts. So if we don't
Yeah.
see something we like, and we like that right there, we love that right there as the bell sounds, and the Railers with a 2-point victory in overtime, 46-44. Whoa, Dave, let's go take a much-needed commercial break. We come back, we'll have some final stats as the Railers win 46-44.
Sounds like a plan.
You're listening to and watching Lincoln Railer basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM. Ball game, Dave, and Had a little break there for everybody to get their blood pressure back down. That's 2 nights in a row where the heart was beaten, come down to the wire, and both nights the Railers able to finish and get the victory as they now move to 19-2 on the season.
Well, and like you say in any sport, the good teams find a way to win those close games when it comes down to it. And here tonight it was good defense at the end, a couple of turnovers. We knocked the ball away from, I don't remember if it was Rice at the end of regulation. Dylan Singleton knocked it off his foot and out of bounds, and we got it to with 10 seconds to go and nearly threw it away. And then when Price did get it, he was double teamed and he tried to get it to Malachi Key and lost it, and Hamlin hit it out of bounds off of him. And good defense down the stretch is how the Railers put this one away.
Once again, your final, the Railers 46, the Rock Island Rocks 44. We'll take another commercial break as we wait for Coach Al to make his way up here. We'll take a break to hear from some more of our sponsors, so don't go anywhere. This is Lincoln Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
I said that Bryce's game, I was watching his game, so that one ended up being Bryce and how much is the kid? Okay, sure.
Welcome back, Railer fans. Victory for the Railers as they win 46-44 as Coach Al makes his way up here. Mr. Renfrow has some final stats for us.
All right, running down the Railers scoring, Dylan Singleton had 2 points. He made 1 bucket. Caden Froby had 15. Will Ewald had 11. He had 3 3-pointers and hit 2 big free throws. And Jermaine Hamlin led the way with 18 points. He was 6 out of 10 from the free throw line. For the Rocks of Rock Island, Jordan Rice had 5 points. Bradley recruit Jameer Price had 18. Jaden Tucker had 4, and Jaden Tucker had a big foul call that was a game changer too there late. Aaron Voss had 2. Elijah Andrews 6. Taurine Holtum had 9. Malachi Key had 1, and he had a big 75-footer that was just about a half a second too late to take that one. Railers 6 out of 10 from the free throw line. Excuse me, it was Hamlin was 6 out of 10. As a team, the Railers were 8 for 13, and Rock Island was 7 out of 9. So a 46-44. I told you, overtimes are either each team scores 2 or they score 15, and it was a 2-0 overtime.
Yeah, and you know, both teams tried to take the air out of the ball there. Rock Island starting off, and then the Railers later on, as Coach Al makes his way up here. Coach, that's 2 nights in a row you've got my blood pressure way up. I think we got to turn him up. You hear me?
Yep.
All right. 2 nights in a row, able to finish strong. Last night in Mattoon with 1.5 seconds to go, up by 1, and we had the same thing down here. Is that what the timeout was for? Just to settle your kids down, to keep them focused, and just to make sure to get the ball in and not get called for an illegal screen or a charge?
We just need to get the ball in, and the kids, you know, they done a nice job. I'll take credit for the turnover there with, 20 seconds or so. That at the end of the game, we're at 8 maybe? Maybe it's 8 seconds.
Yeah.
But we didn't take a timeout when it got to 3, and we turned the ball over, and they got the timeout. But our kids done a nice job, but they didn't even get a shot.
Right.
Which last night they didn't even get a shot last night. So our end of the game defense has been pretty good and pretty solid, and you got to give our kids credit because that's pretty good. I mean, we had three great stops there at the tail end of the game, and we come up with the ball and made the right plays.
Price was a focus tonight. You know, he is a Division I player going to Bradley. He did have, I think, 17 points, but never really gave him the opportunity towards the end of the game to win it. So I thought the kids did a great job of finding him. And just overall defense all night, you know, they did a good job. Offensively, able to work it in a little bit to Jermaine. And then, you know, Ewald hit some big threes. Froby just does what Froby does. That's get to the rim. And then Singleton had a good night defensively and offensively. I know he's probably a little down on himself right now. Had the chance to win it, but, you know, he's a sophomore, and it happens, but still got the victory.
There are not many people would like to have been in his shoes at that point.
Right,
in time,
and I'm one of them.
You know, so that's a tough situation, but it's a great situation for us to learn from and
Absolutely.
to be in. So hopefully the next time it won't be so nerve-wracking for him. And, you know, being a sophomore and being up on the line like he was, and you know, he's done a great job for us, taking care of the basketball and doing what we've got. And, you know, he's got a lot of good years, a lot of good games left in him.
Like Scott said too, and you were commenting on the defense at the end to stop them. They had the ball in Price's hand out here, and the defense, he's got 18 points, and the defense got on him and made him pass it in the corner, trying to get it to Key, who had 1 point on the night. But we played good enough defense on him that that was the only option.
Well, we knew they were wanting to try to go to him or trim to kick to a shooter and go for the win. And you know, we didn't allow them. Then they got to a point they were fumbling the ball around it. And at that point, we got on it, and they kicked it out of bounds. And, you know, we done defensively a great job.
And shows that everybody will do whatever it takes to win. It was actually the big guy, Jermaine Hamlin, on the floor down here, knocking the ball out of bounds off of Key.
Yeah, you know, it takes him a long time to fall down there, but, you know, he made a great play, and Jermaine had a good night, and I'm happy for him as well as the rest of the kids. And Caden Froby played his usual great game, floor game. Will hit some big shots. You know, our role playing was great. The kids got a little bit of time off the bench. They done a great job as well. So for us, and these are type of games we need, you know, when you're preparing for, and we're wanting to make a run in the postseason, and these type of games only help us. Last night, tonight, and you know, you got to be able to make the plays, and we made the plays down the stretch.
And it comes against tough schools up there as well. So coming away with a victory here, you know, that's got to be a big confidence booster moving on back into the Apollo coming this Tuesday. As we got, is it Effingham coming to town?
It's
Mount
Zion.
We go to Mount Zion.
Tuesday,
Zion.
So, you know, we have to be ready to play. Mount Zion's playing much better, so we've got to be prepared. This one's behind us, Next week we've got 3 games. The following week we got 3 games, and the week after that we got 1. And we're still trying to reschedule a couple of games. I don't know if we're going to get it done or not, but I know the kids at this point in time in the season would rather play than practice.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, thanks for taking some time. A big win, and we will see you Tuesday in Mount Zion as the Railers look to extend their undefeated streak in the Apollo against, like you said, a approved Braves team. But, if they play like they did last night, it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, well, that's what I told them in the locker room. Right now is the time you get on a roll. You find that consistency where you're playing well. And it's, you got 3 weeks left, and then you're into the regional. And isn't that unbelievable? We just sat here and say 3 weeks left, where it just seems like we were at Thanksgiving talking about the season coming up and everything. So I tell the kids all the time, you don't understand how it's a long season, but it goes by so quick, and we're getting down to the end of it again.
Well, Coach, I don't know if you heard or not, but the Coach Fitz, he's got their 7th grade Crusaders in the state championship.
That's good. Congratulations to them and Coach
so.
Fitz. And, I think they play Thursday night.
Thursday night.
At 7 or 7:30 or
over in East Peoria. So,
Peoria,
that's exciting for them. And, here in a couple years, they'll be up in this program. So the more success they can have down there in all the junior highs and middle schools, it benefits your program, and, just keep that tradition going.
Yeah, we got guys that work at it. And they're teaching the fundamentals. And, even though you're talking about them playing the state championship, there's still other things to do. You have fundamentals and how you teach the kids and how to play and make them understand those things. And I think the guys we have in our feeder programs are doing a great job with that.
And that was one of our topics on the pregame, how, even in the JV games, Coach Gregg gets them prepared for the next level. Record doesn't really mean a whole lot. Obviously, you want to win as many games as you can, but the main thing is getting them prepared for you, and then the junior high coaches prepared for Greg, when they move up. So it's just kind of a nice little cycle there you got going on, and that's why you guys been so successful for, 30 years?
Well, it started long before I was here with Coach Duncan Reed, and then it carried on through Coach Wallace and Coach Hubbard and the other coaches that we had here, and this is a pretty special place.
All right, Coach, congratulations, and we will talk with you after the game Tuesday in Mount Zion.
Thank you.
Dave, any closing thoughts? It was an exciting game, overtime, and obviously we love the outcome. The Railers with the victory and picking up number 19, and, just overall a great game.
Well, like we said before, the good teams find the way to win the close games, and that's proven itself true the last 2 nights, as well as, a few other nights throughout the season. But last night, coming away with a close victory. And again, as we said, any victory on the road is a good win. And then when you've got the tough games at home, when you can pull those out as well, just keep that streak rolling. Like we said, 10-0 at home now.
Yep.
And I said not necessarily win every game, but improve every game.
Improve, absolutely. Well, that'll do it for us here in Lincoln. Our next broadcast will be Tuesday, February 5th at 7:30, as the Railers are on the road to take on the Braves from Mount Zion, Illinois. Our broadcast will begin with the pregame show starting around 7 o'clock. For station manager Jim Ash, Lincoln 46, Rock Island 44. The Railers now stand at 19-2. We hope you enjoyed this broadcast, and would like to thank our listeners for listening and our sponsors for sponsoring. This has been a production of WLCN Sports 96.3 FM. We ask you patronize our sponsors and say thank you for allowing us to bring you Railer basketball. From Lincoln, Illinois, good evening, everyone. It's time to send you back to the studio for the Classic Rock Experience, starring Jeff number 2 on the Nighttime Fix 96.